Hello, everyone. This is Rick with the Cyber Pro podcast. Today, we are going to be talking to Ron. Cyber Pro podcast is 5 questions in 9 minutes because hackers never sleep. Let's get to it. Ron, who are you and what do you do?
Hey, I'm first name Ron, last name Sharon. I'm the VP of Information Security in a company called Mercer Advisors. We are a wealth management company located in headquartered in downtown Denver.
Nice. What do you love about being a cyber and IT professional?
There is never a dull moment. There's always something coming up it's not even on a daily basis at this point. It's every couple of hours, something happens, you need to take care of it. And it's just this excitement.
I'm going to throw in a bonus question right away because I'm curious to get your take on it before we jump into some of the other questions. You work for a financial firm. That means there's more than just IT and cyber. You have to deal with risk and compliance. And how do you think you can manage and just put all those things into an easier way for people to understand how they should be doing good security, good IT, InfoSec?
The best way we found to do it is just have it in little chunks of information. So it's not like we're not dumping 367 pages of policies and procedures on our users and saying, hey, everybody read it up, give me a report at the end of the month. If we do that, nobody's going to do anything, but small chunks of information. This is what MFA does. This is why we're using it. This is why it's important. The training for phishing, because this is the number one way that threat actors get into your system is phishing. And that's, again, it's 5-minute videos of what's phishing, how do you recognize it, what to do with it, how to report it. It's important to escalate things that you see, and then just roll it out in the small chunks of information to users, and make them understand why it's important, not just dump a bunch of tools on them and saying, hey, do it. The why is important as well. So small chunks and always add the why.
Love it. Add the why. That's great insight. We hear that cybersecurity is a top concern, especially today, but what does that mean to you?
Senior leadership in companies right now is very entrenched in cybersecurity. It's something that's been growing in the last couple of years, and now I think it came to a point where board of directors and CEOs and COOs actually actively get interest in what you do. There's always questions. There's always, hey, Ron, did you take care of this? Was this taken care of? They forward me. I love it. They forward me articles they read on cybersecurity and things they think that we should address. So people are more involved. Senior leadership is more involved. And it's just, it's great because now we have partners to work with across the company.
And what piece of insight do you want to share with our community of professionals?
Always kept up to date. And I found it's very helpful. I found that reading the news, so I slot an hour out of my day twice. Once in the beginning of the day, 45 minutes to an hour, to catch up on the latest news, what's going on in the world, and just realize how it's going to affect your day-to-day job. Because almost everything that happens affects your day-to-day job. So always be up to date.
That's amazing. Do you have any articles or sites that you love to go to?
I use an app on my phone that aggregates all the cybersecurity news from different sources, and I use that. It's called Flipboard.
Nice, perfect. Final question for you: what's your favorite piece of retro technology that just makes you smile?
Well, when I was about 6 or 7 years old, I got this cool plastic car-looking thingy that had like lights inside of it, and it had like a wheel. It looked like a car, a small car, very low tech. But you turned it on, and then there was these lights on the screen, and you can actually drive. It was like you're driving. And I don't know how it's called. I remember it because it was my birthday, and I opened my door, and there it was. Some janky, pardon my French, piece of technology that I just a couple of LED lights, and probably just the LED lights moved when I moved the wheel, but it was the best thing ever. And I've seen it around, and people remember that toy. So piece of retro technology.
That's amazing. Ron, thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You did it. You made it to the end. Thanks for watching the Cyber Pro podcast. Check us out for more content.